Godot is the king of all game engines. Indeed, a free and open source software can completely beat two worldwide use engines like Unity and Unreal. Today I will be giving you some reasons why Godot will smash these engines in a near future. We'll delve into the compelling reasons why Godot is poised to dominate the game development scene, leaving Unity and Unreal in its wake. However, always remember that game engines are a super personal decision and which one to use will depend on a lot of things. Now let's start. Definitely, one of the main reasons why Godot will smash Unity is because its speed. Downloading and opening Godot is a piece of cake. You don't need any kind of heavy software. You just need to download the executable from their site, open it and you are up to start. In less than a minute you can start game development. On the other hand, in literally any other engine, the download and setup takes ages. Let's take Unity as an example. You need the hub, the engine itself and an external code editor. 3 softwares in total versus just one needed in Godot. It isn't only the download size, but also the super fast workflow we have in Godot. As soon as you start using Godot, you'll realize how much time you save by quickly saving and opening stuff, changing scenes, saving the changes, etc. In game development, having a fast environment can help us progress faster in our games and more efficiently. Those heavy and annoying downloads and slow workflows with Godot, they aren't gonna be a problem anymore. Godot uses GDScript, a very simple and beginner-friendly programming language. It has an easy syntax as it's very similar to Python. In addition to being similar to Python, making it very simple to understand for everyone, you're also learning a little bit of Python. Python is one of the most used programming languages and one of the most well-paid ones. With Python you can make literally anything from AIs to games. I mean, you learn GDScript and at the same time you learn a worldwide used language like Python. It's a win-win situation. Although the languages Unity and Unreal, for example use, which are C# and C++ mainly, aren't impossible to learn, are quite more difficult than GDScript. GDScript is easy to pick up even if you are a beginner. Tight engine integration allows it to express game logic in a clear and natural form. In addition to this, since the latest version Godot 4, GDScript offers optional static typing support, boosting your coding efficiency and runtime performance. Powerful language features and first-class functions allows for expressive yet concise code. Besides that, if you're an experienced C# user, Godot offers you first-class support for the .NET platform. Power your game with familiar libraries and give them performance boost while still benefiting from close engine integration. So if you are a beginner and are looking for a simple programming language, then GDScript and Godot are perfect for you. And even if you are an experienced C# developer, you can also take advantage of those skills. As I had told you before, Unity and Unreal aren't impossible engines, but for somebody that haven't written a single line of code in their entire life, if they start with these engines, it may turn complicated. That's why I think starting with Godot to learn the basic stuff of game development and coding, and then using other engines like Unity or Unreal to really take game development seriously is a very good choice. We can use built-in blocks called nodes to create more complex and reusable scenes and add scripts to our scene and customize built-in behavior to implement our unique game mechanics. Rely on composition and node hierarchy to make game logic clear at a glance. So this means that everything in Godot is a node, a light, a camera, a player, etc. There is a vast list of nodes for every use. For example, we have the collision shape used as a hitbox, a sprite to render images, etc. Something that may sound silly, but is actually very nice, is that every node has its own icon. Why is this important? because when you have a scene with a lot of things, these icons are useful for differentiating each other from others. This node system contributes to a better scene organization. In addition, this system is super easy to understand and use for beginners, showing its beginner-friendly environment. Although the hierarchy systems of other engines work well and are very cool, I believe the one in Godot is just better in terms of organization and workflow. However, to actually know which is the best way of organizing a scene, you should try it yourself to have a deeper knowledge. Anyway, the best thing you could do is to try a few hierarchy systems and then make your own conclusion. Godot is under constant update. A clear example of this is that if you go to the news section of its website, you will find that new updates are launched consistently with new features and bug fixes. One of the most significant upgrades that Godot has received recently is the move to version 4. This version includes many new features such as revamped rendering engine, improved physics, and new tools for visual scripting. The move to version 4 also includes an overhaul of the engine's architecture, making it faster and more efficient. Also, these new versions bring in the Vulkan renderer, which allows a high-performance rendering, improving performance and visual quality. In addition to these major updates, Godot receives constant updates and improvement to its existing features. For example, the engine's 2D and 3D editors have been improved to make them more user-friendly and powerful. The engine's scripting language, GDScript, has also received upgrades, making it easier to use and more efficient. One of the advantages of the constant upgrades and improvements to Godot is that it keeps the engine relevant and competitive. As the game development industry evolves and new technologies emerge, Godot is able to adapt and stay up to date with the latest trends and requirements. Another point is the versatility. Above being able to use Godot in any desktop platform, it has a web editor with the same functionalities as the desktop version, and even more, it has its own Android version on the Google Play Store. This shows how their developers are always willing to launch their engine in different platforms and how Godot can be easily adapted to them. Also, this allows developers who may not have access to a PC to get into the world of game development. Would imagine Unity, for example, running in a web version or Android. It is nearly impossible due to its weight and hardware requirements. Of course, the web version and even more the Android one are full of limitations as you are in a mobile. For example, limitations when it comes to comfort because of its screen size, touch input, hardware, etc. But isn't it nice for people who don't have a PC and would like to get into the game development world? One of the biggest advantages of using Godot is that it is completely free and open source. Being open source means that you can modify the engine to your liking, which you may find interesting in some situations. You don't like something of the engine, okay, you can change it yourself if you want. Unlike Unity, you don't have to pay any licensing fees or you don't have to give money to the engine if you earn money with your projects. This means that you can use Godot without any financial burden, making it an ideal choice for indie developers and small studios. Now you know that with Godot you have to pay $0, so you may be wondering how does Godot survive? Godot basically survives thanks to optional donations in its websites. These donations are the key of Godot's subsistence and help not to have to pay for any license or similar thing. Godot is perfect if you hate companies taking money from you and you want 100% profit. This can be a huge advantage, especially for indie developers or small studios who may not have the budget for expensive licenses. Why to pay if with Godot everything is completely free? I'd like to share with you some games made with Godot by showing a video from the official Godot's channel link down below. However, in Godot's site, you can find a section called Showcase, which is completely dedicated to amazing projects with this engine. In conclusion, before everything, it's important to consider that the decision of what engine to use will depend on a lot of things, for example, your purposes. We've talked about its open source and free nature, its lightweight features, its simple programming language, and its node system. Godot is perfect for indie developers and small studios who don't have the budget for expensive licenses and who want 100% profit. With its easy-to-use GD script and node system, Godot is a fantastic option for beginners who want to get started with game development without getting bogged down in complicated programming languages or messy hierarchy systems. I hope now you have a better understanding of Godot, and I would like to read your opinion in the comments down below about what you think of this topic. Happy game development and see you on the next one. Bye bye.